Hey, hello everyone, good morning. Can you confirm audible or not? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, where we stopped in the last session? The last session we discussed about how to create one simple GraphQL endpoint by using Node.js. Okay, that is like a query part, right? Query section. So, yesterday just recap this section. So, why we go for GraphQL? Over rest, what kind of benefits we can get it? That one we discussed, right? Yes or no? Okay, one is like we can customize the input. Another one is like we can give the types for input as well as output. The next one is like we can execute multiple queries under a single query, and the URL and my method will never change. It's like always same URL, same method or not. Yes. So the next one is like terminology wise. Okay, we discussed about type definitions. The next one is like resolvers, next query, and the mutations. In the type definitions, just we are going to mention the type for the input as well as output of your query or not. Okay, that means input as well as output for your question, you can say. So, how you can decide that particular action is come under query or come under mutation? How we can, based on the DB operation. If my DB operation only retrieving operation, then it is like a query. If my DB operation is like a manipulation, so the data manipulations, then the time it's like a mutation or not. Yes or no. So yesterday we covered those. The next one is like, okay, I have one requirement is like get students. So whenever you want to get the students list, okay, that is come under query. Okay, we are going to do like one more save student, that is come under mutation also. So these terminologies we discussed, and we created like one application. We created like one simple node application. In the node application, just if you observe here, we defined like okay, two queries. One is like get name, another one is like get students. Get name and get students. The next one is like these are the actions. Okay, you have to resolve these actions or not. Questions, you can say you have to resolve it. Where we can resolve? In the resolver section we can resolve it or not. One is like get name. Okay, the next one is like get students is the one. Now I want to start my application. For that, we have Apollo server. Apollo server is the library I loaded. Okay, just I can get the Apollo server class. I can create an object for this. Once my server is ready, I want to start the server by using Apollo server standalone. So I started my server with this particular port. So finally, I am able to run this application and I can consume, I can test my GraphQL endpoints on. So how we can, let's go to my app. Okay, npm start is the command. Npm start is the command. Okay, now my GraphQL application, node with GraphQL application is going to run. Okay, in which port number? Just I printed here. Okay, server started at this particular port number. Just wait. Okay, my server started at a localhost 2020 is the one. So let's open localhost 2020. It allows you, okay, play with the GraphQL playground to test your endpoints. Okay, now if you observe this one, okay, see, let's go to the root. We have only queries are there, no mutations, nothing. Let's go to the query. Once you go to the query, if you observe here, how many queries are there? There has two queries are there. One is like get name, another one is like get student. Which query you want me to test? Just click on that query. Now here plus symbol is there now. Okay, so you can click on the plus symbol. Now see, this is my query. I want to execute it. While executing the query, okay, which fields you want as part of response, just you can customize it. Just I want to A's marks. Now if I click on the get student, my student A's and marks, you can get it or not. Okay, how many students are there? There has five students are there. This data which is coming from where? This data which is coming from where? Which is coming from my database or not. Now see here, there has five documents are there. Up to here we completed our yesterday's session. So for any questions, anyone? Any questions? Okay. Okay then. Now the next one is like in the resolver section. If you observe, see, this is my resolver section, right? In the resolver section, this particular function called by passing how many parameters? Yesterday we said this particular function, okay, called by passing how many parameters? This particular function called by passing how many parameters? Four parameters or not? What are those? One is like the parent, another one is like the arguments, the next one is like context, the next one is like info, the next one is like info. So in the resolver, if you write like one function, that function called by passing four parameters, one is like parent, the next one is like args, next one is like context and info. Okay. Now I want to write one simple mutation. Now we are going to discuss like these all parent is what, orgs are what. Okay, everything we can discuss. First of all, can you write one mutation for it? Okay, mutation is save student. Just I want to save the student data. Okay, if anybody given the requirement like save the student, save student. Now tell me, okay, first from where you want me to start? If you want to save the student, first where from where you want me to start? Save student, from where you want me to start?
Type definition.
You can go to the type definitions. Okay, you can go to the type definitions. In the type definitions, I have to write one more section. What is that section? What is that section? Come on. The predefined type, okay, predefined keyword is like a type. The retrieving operation should under query section. Okay, manipulations should under which section? Mutation section or not? So can I write my type mutation? Can I write my type mutation? Then so what is the next one? Can anyone? The next one is what? One. What is the next one? Your action name you can mention. What is the action name? Can be anything. Okay, what is the action name? What is the action name? See, get name, get student, like this. I want the action name. What is action name? Save student, right? Okay, so name can be anything, but it should represent that action. Save student or not. Okay, next. Next one.
Mutation is
Next one,
mutation.
save student. What is the next one? Come on. My save student should take some arguments, right? My save student should take some arguments or not? My save student should take like some arguments or not? Okay, tell me what kind of inputs required? What kind of inputs required? If you want to save this data, I need one. Okay, ID you can leave it. ID is like auto generated. Okay, I want to pass the data. Okay, one object I have to pass which contains how many properties? Which contains so
Four.
many four properties or not, like that I want okay, I want to pass the data to the save student or not. So far, okay, get name, get student, you not passed the data to that actions. Now this is the time to pass the data. If you want to pass the data, tell me my save student is which type in the resolver? My save student to my get name, these all are like which types in the resolver section?
Function.
Functions, right? If it is a function, okay, you can pass the data as like a parameters, right? Okay, so I can pass the data. Okay, here I want to mention the data. So tell me, okay, I want to pass the data. Can be anything. This can be any name, no problem at all. I want to pass the data. That data type should be what? You have to mention the type of the input as well as the type of the output. I said or type of the input as well as type of the output, I said or not? Now tell me here, my save student, my data, okay, whose type is what? How we can mention the type? Colon. I want to mention the type for the data. Okay, what is the type? Come on. What is the type?
Object.
One object, right? So that here you have to mention the type. But the thing is what, see here. Type student is there. Now see, output type, if you want to mention, the keyword is what? Type, you can use it. This one is like output or input?
Input.
Input, right? Whenever you pass the data to the save student, that is like input. Whatever you get it, that is output. Input to data type, if you want to mention, we have one predefined keyword is there. What is that keyword? Input is the keyword. Understood? Input type you can mention by using input. Output type you can mention by using type. Query and mutations mention you can by using type. So input, what is the name? Okay, any name you can put it, any name, no problem at all. Okay, student object, something like this you can put. Okay, next, come on, here.
Name.
What you're expecting? Name, whose type is like string. Next age, whose type is like string. Roll number, whose type is like my marks, whose type is like integer. So my data type should
Student object.
my data type should be what? Student object.
Student object.
Data type should be student object. Okay, the next one. What is the return value? What is the return value?
Success or failure message. It's a string.
Okay, my return value, how we can get it? That is the question. Okay, once you store the data, okay, you should have to get some response. That response, how it looks like, if you don't know, if it is like a JSON, okay, how we can mention, one predefined JSON representation is there. That is like a, okay, that is like one constant, you can say constant, which represents the JSON data. JSON contains any number of properties, any whatever the key it may be, no problem at all. So how we can mention the JSON constant means we have the predefined keyword is there, scalar. Okay, just you can mention like a JSON. Okay, just define the JSON. Now I don't know, whenever you save the student, I know only you can get the response in the JSON, but which contains how many properties, I don't know. That property types, that means first one is like integer, string, or something like this. The types also I don't know. The property keys I don't know. The types also I don't know. Then the type, just you can mention global JSON. Just simply you can say JSON. Okay, it means my save student is going to returns like a JSON. That's it. It's take one argument. That argument type should be an object that contains these four properties or not. Then now what is the next step? What is the
So
next step?
can you repeat
Now
once?
you have to resolve this action or not. So where
In
you want me to resolve this
resolvers.
action? In my resolver section or not? In the resolver section, this is the query part. This is the query part, and the next one is like what? Okay, can I go with the mutation part? Yes or no? This is the query, and this one is the mutation. What is the next one?
Create a function.
You have to go to type definitions. Whatever the action, whatever the question he asked, that question only you have to resolve, right? So the question is what? Save the
Save
student.
student.
That one only you have to resolve. For that, I'm going to write some lines of code. That lines of code where you want me to place inside the
Function.
function. So this function called by passing how many parameters?
4.
4
Four
parameters.
parameters. Can I spell out? One is like
Parent,
parent, another one is
in
like arguments
args,
list, the next one is like context, the next
context,
one is like
info.
info. Okay, now, okay, just I'm going to write my console.log of, okay, args context info will see later. Just print, okay, args, just print args. Just print args, return something like this. Print args, return something like this. Just for now. Okay, what these args are going to give, just check it. Now my mutation is ready. Now how we can test it? Let's go here. Now if you go to the root, okay, if I refresh the page, now you're supposed to be see like what? Query as well as mutation section, mutations also or not? Yes or no? Now see, in the root you have the query as well as mutations. How many queries are there? There are two queries are there. One mutation is there. Can I go to the mutation? Yes or no? Now can I add that mutation to test? What is my mutation name? Save student is the mutation. Okay, if you click on this one, it is expecting like arguments some data or not. So this is my data which contains how many fields?
4.
these many fields or not. Now, can you pass the data? My age is like my marks, my name, my roll number, something like this, something like this. Okay, why I passed the string format means these three are like string, marks only the integer or not. Now, if I click on the mutation, if you come here, now see, okay, the console.log of 1, this is like printed or not. Observe. Now, can anyone tell me about the second argument? Can anyone tell me something about the second argument?
Inputs will come.
Yeah, whatever you pass the arguments to this particular action method, that arguments you can hold by using the second parameter or not. Yes or no? Okay, by using which key you can get it? By using which key you can get it? My type definitions you mentioned like a data, right? Yes or no? Okay, you get data. Okay, what is the data? It is like an object or not? Data and object. See, data, this is my object or not? Agreed? Now, can you go here in the resolver section? If you go to the resolver section, now you have the data. So how we can get this, only this data? How we can get it? This data, how we can get it? Okay, it is like an object. How we can get it? Args dot data or not? Once we have the args dot data, okay, can we connect with my Mongo server? Okay, collection, can you get it? DB, you can get it. Collection, you can get it. Can you insert this data? Yes or no? Okay, let's go. Already we have, okay, the query, right? See this, this is the one, right? Can I copy this one up to here? Is like same or not? You can write in separate file also. Up to here it's like same or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now can I come here? Can anyone explain me? Okay, first you can get like a Mongo client. Why? Because I want to connect with my Mongo server. Server, if you want to connect, a client is required or not? Mongo client. This is my Mongo server where it is running. This is the location. Just I'm trying to connect with this one or not. Whenever you are trying to connect, okay, it connect method returns me what? Returns me, okay,
Promise.
promise object or not. Whenever you have the promise object in your hand, how many ways we can retrieve the data from the promise object? Two
Two ways.
ways. One is like using await and another one is like using then. Okay, once you have an await is always returns me the success data. Whenever any function which contains await keyword, that function should be
Async.
or not. That function should be async. Okay, now if you come here, you have the database. Once you have the database, what do you have to do? Can I get the collection? Can I get the collection? How you can get it? db dot collection. What is my collection name? Students is my collection or not? Once I have the collection, I want to insert one document. What is my document here? Okay, now see, args is the object. This total object not required. Only this object is required or not. So how we can get it? My args dot, come on,
Data.
my args dot data or not? My args dot data. Okay, once you have the args.data, okay, now insert one, if you observe, it is also returns me what? Insert one also returns me what?
Promise.
Promise.
A promise. Okay, in your hand, one promise. Okay, how we can retrieve the data from the promise again? By using await or
Await.
await or by using then. Okay, now await always gives me the success data. If it is like a failure, how we can handle the failure data? How we can handle? By
Try
using,
catch.
okay, by using exception handling catch block or not? Yes or no? Got my point? Okay, now you can return this exception. Okay, whenever it is like success, you can return this result or not. Done. Did everyone simple query ready? All are okay? Okay, shall we check? Now, if you come here, okay, now if you do the mutation, now see, there has save student, acknowledge is like true, inserted is like this one or not? Inserted is like this one. Now, in the past, how many documents you have? In the past, how many documents you have? 5 documents. Now, it is going to save one more document here. going to save like one more document here or not? Now it's like how many documents?
6.
Documents or not? Agreed, ah? This is the way you can write one simple mutation or not. Agreed, ah, everyone? All are okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay then. Now, if you observe here, the connection string is there now. The connection string. The connection string, it's a kind of what? Each and every resolver you are using or not. You are using in each and every resolver. Okay. Now, if you want to use this particular connection string in each and every resolver, can you do one thing? Okay, it's like a common, right? It's like a common data or not. So my question is like, I want to share, okay, some data across all the resolvers. I want to share some data across all the resolvers. Okay, now see, if you do any change, for example, if you want to do some change here, then the time here also I want to do the change, here also I want to do the change. Okay, in this case, in this context only, just think. Okay, in this case, I want to share this particular URL across all the resolvers. Then how you know? There has one concept is there. Context is the concept. Okay, now first of all, in the context is nothing but scope, you can say, application level context. You can say like a resolvers, the data which you want to share across your node with GraphQL application. Okay, node with GraphQL, where you are going to write the business logic actually in the resolvers only or not. If you want to share the data across all the resolvers in your application, then the time you can go with the context. First of all, you have to keep this data in the context, and the resolver can take the data from the context or not. Yes, ma'am. Okay, first my question is like what? How to set the data in the context or not? After that, how to get the data from the context, we'll see. How to set the data from the context? Now, application level, you have to set it. Now, let's go to the app. Okay, now you are running the server here, right? Okay, here the configuration information object is there, right? Okay, here itself, your cars we are going to, okay, your cars you are going to add here at the same time. Okay, here itself we can add our context also. Now see, okay, you can write like a context. Okay, just you can return, okay, not only one value, right? Multiple values you can return. So here my, okay, db url, okay, just I want to place this db url here. Now I set the data within the context or not. Like this, how many values we can return in the context? How many values I can share? Any number, right? Any number, right? This is one property. Okay, if you want to share, okay, player name, player, one player I want to share it. Okay, this is the one. Like this, how many, any number of values you can share it. So this particular data is available to whom? This particular data is available to whom? This particular data is available to all your resolvers or not. So this is the way you can set the data into the context. Now my question is like what? Get the data from the context or not? So how we can get the data from the context in my resolver means I have the third argument is there na. What is that third argument? My third
Context.
argument, what? It's like a context or not? It's like a context or not? So how we can take the data from the context? How we can take the data from the context? This is the URL. Simply, can I take like my context dot? What is the key?
Mm,
What is the key? db URL is my key or
you
not?
are
db URL is my key or not? Now, can I delete this one? The same stuff. Okay, here also, can I delete this? Okay, here, what do you want me to mention? My context dot db URL is the one or not? db URL is the one. Now let's go to your root. Let's go to the query. Okay, get students. Okay, now I want to get all the students. Now if I click on the get students, okay, it's like now. Okay, let me restart that. npm start. Did we miss anything? Okay, still it is gives me like get students is like none. Okay, why not? where schema expected connection string with MongoDB or okay, something the connection string is missing. App.js. The MongoDB is this one now. So context is okay. The context only just be added. Our data context is a
Sir,
function.
context will be function or object?
Uh, Context is like a function. It returns an object. No? They think like it's like okay. We'll check this one. Can I go to resolvers? In the resolvers context .db URL. Okay, do you think like it's like an object? Okay, let's check that one. Like an object. Okay, can I remove this? Can I remove this? Can I remove this one? That's the one, right? Okay, okay. Now can I save this one? Now can I click on the get student? Context creation failed. Context is not a function. See this. It gives an error means context should be what? Context is not a function means context should be what? It's a
Function
function.
only.
Context should be a function. Okay. It's okay. It's a function and it is going to return an object. The key value. Okay. This is correct. Now for the type definitions, resolvers, just let's print the context. Okay. Let's print the context in which format it is going to give the data. This is. So can I write like console.log of 111? Can I do the context? Just print it. Okay. Now can you go here? If I click on the get students, now if you come here, yes, I have the context. This DB URL is there. So okay. Now context dot DB URL. Okay. Context.db URL. Now if I click on the get students, okay, now context.db URL is this one, MongoDB. The Mongo client, Mongo the server is connected with this one. DB string expected connection starts with something like this. Now can you go from here? So string starts with MongoDB. This is also MongoDB. Constant get students is the one. This one. MongoDB slash slash. This is sorry. Okay. What's wrong with this? Check reported value, something like this. Okay. Can I click on the get student? Now it's like hardcoded. Get students is the hardcoded one. This is the URL. Now, can I click on the get students? And it's okay. The string stay added. But let's go to app.js. This one only added. The resolvers. context dot db underscore new. On the get students, it's working as expected. Now, something spaces or something. Now, if you come to yours, this one, this is your student, right? Okay. And this one, oh, sorry, this is the sales student we have to change. That student we have to change. Context dot context dot db. It's okay. So, it's okay. That's expected. So, the same context dot db or if I place here on this one, then can I remove this? Yes, sir. Now, context dot URL. Can I context dot URL? URL. Can I place here? Can I remove this? It's not required now. Just remove it. Now, can I go to this? Okay, query review. Notation you can go. Okay, save student. Okay. Yeah, yes. Number. Okay. Now can I click on the mutation? Now it's working as expected or not? Now how many documents you have? 6 documents. Now it's to be 7 documents. Understood? So this is the way we can do what? This is the way we can share the data across. This is the way we can share the data across resolvers or not. Across the resolvers or not. Agreed, everyone? Hmm? First two
Yes,
arguments. Out of two arguments, you got some clarity? You got some idea?
yes, sir.
One is like args, another one is like what? Context. One is like args, another one is like a context. Okay. The next one is like what? The next one is like parent. Parent is nothing but, okay, it gives some information about, okay, next resolver. So for example, two resolvers are there, in which case you can get the parent, okay, series. For example, you can take this one. Let me print the parent. Let me print the parent. Okay, console.log of, okay, 1 comma parent. 1 comma parent. To my get students, let's go to your browser, go to root, mutation not, query, okay, get students, you can get it. Now if you click on this one, you can get all the students. Now if you see the parent, if you see the parent, what is the parent? Undefined is the one or not? Undefined. Why undefined? We'll see. What about info? Info is nothing but it gives some meta, okay, metadata. Metadata is nothing but some more information about your query. Other than that, nothing. It gives some more information about your query or mutation. Okay, now see, this is some information about your, okay, action or mutation or query, whatever you can say, that one. Okay, where it is stored. Okay, this much information. Field name is like get students. What kind of field? Okay, the next one is like, first one is like okay, inside this one student, right? Area of students or not. Some more information. It's like type is like query or mutation. Okay, it's like area of objects. Some more information about your action. Info is like always give some more information about your action. Okay, na? Okay, here nothing is there to use, but if you want to analyze something more about your action, then you can go with this info. Then you can go with this info. Understood? So that parent one, what is the parent one? Here the parent is like undefined. Here the parent is like undefined. When you can get the parent, say this. I'm going to write something like this. Just you only explain in this one. For example, let's take one simple example. get location. Get location is the one. Okay, so my query name is what? Get location. Okay, here I can say simply string. String. Simply I can say like a string. But I don't want to use like a predefined type here. I don't want to use like a predefined type here. Okay, here I use like std location, something like this if I write. Say this. Okay, now tell me, get location, whose type is what? Whose type is what?
stdloc.
std location or not. So you have to mention the type for this one or not. Externally, you
Yes,
have
sir.
to mention the type or not. So can I mention the type? Can I mention the type? Okay, so tell me how we can mention the type.
Type.
Okay, type, right? Why? Because it's the output one. Output one always should be type. Type. Let's go. Type std.
std.
Type
Okay.
std location. Type std location. Okay. Can I write here? It should be okay. The key is like a location whose value is like a string. Something like this. I written. Any problem? So my get location type should be what? One object which contains location is like a Mumbai, something like this or not. Agreed, everyone? Okay. Now, what you have to do, the next change is what? What is the next change? Can anyone guess? If I write something like in the type definitions, what next?
Resolver.
You have to go to the resolver or not? In the resolver, in which section you have to add this? In the resolvers, in which section you want me to add this?
Query.
Query section or not? In the query section, I can add it. Okay. You should return what? You should return what? One object whose location is like what? Mumbai, something like this or not? Yes or no? It is called by passing how many parameters? Parent, next.
Hmm.
Args,
Auth.
next.
Context.
Context, next. Info.
Hmm.
Info. Now, can I write like a console dot log of 1 comma parent? Just I written like this. Okay. Shall we run? Shall I go there? Yes. Can I go to the root? Can I remove everything? Can I go to the query? Which query you want? Get location. Can I get that location? Okay. Can I add it? Okay. Now can I click on the get location? Can I click on the get location? Finally, I can get this answer or not. But what is the parent? My parent is what? Still undefined only or not? When you can get the parent, that is the question, right? When you can get the parent means very simple. Now see, in the type definitions, this is my actual action. Okay, this action directly you used, but this action type is what? Student location, right? Okay, this action type is like what? std. Come on, this action type is what? std location or not? So this std location, see here, whatever you mention the types, whatever you mention the types in your type definitions, these are you can customize in your resolver. See here, type definitions are what you mentioned: get name, get student, so get location. In which section you mentioned query, so that in the resolver you written like a query or not? Yes or no? Okay, here in the resolver, you written mutation or not? Yes or no? In the resolver, okay, you can write stdloc also if you want to customize something more. Okay, most of the times we not. If you want, you can do it. Whatever the types you have, the same equivalent types you can write in the resolver. Okay, so type query already there or not there in the resolver? Tell me. Type query there or not there? Inside something we have high level, top level. See, type query there or not there? Yes, there. The next one is like what? Type definitions. Mutation there or not there? Type mutation is there. There or not there in the resolver? Yes, there. Okay, these two types only there are some other types also there. Come on, input leave it. Come on. stdloc also there or not? Yes. So that in the resolver, query leave it. Mutation another section. The next one is like std location also. Yes. std location also we can. Okay. In the std location, if you go to my type definition. In the std location, what we have in the query, we have get name, get student, get location, I mentioned. In the std location, what we have, tell me, come on, what you have?
Location.
Location, right? Location, same query, how it is looks like, same, think like that. This is the predefined one, this is I defined. Just think like that. Okay, loc is there. So loc, can I write it? Loc, okay, some action you can write it here. Can I write like a parent? Can I write like a parent? Just I'm going to write like console.log of 2 2 comma 2 comma parent, 2 comma parent. Here also, this is called by passing how many parameters? Args, the next one, come on, context, the next one, info also. Just focus on the parent. Now here, can I return, okay, Mumbai, something like this, I return. After this change, if you run this one, what happens? Okay, it gives an error. What is the error? Resolver value must be type of object. That's correct only, na? Okay, location. Okay, done. Okay. Still location is defined in the resolver but has invalid value. Okay. Obviously, right. This is what? This okay? This is okay, na? Object, right? How it should be. Okay. Now, if you come here, see 1 no 2, what it is going to print? Our main goal is like, our main goal is like, our main goal is like 1 2. See here. Here, first one is like undefined. First one, what is the first one? Here is the one. Get location is like undefined. By second one is like location Mumbai. Whatever it is returned, it is coming, okay, as like a parent value to my std location. So my question is, what is the relation between get location and std location? Tell me. If you go to the type definition, my get location and std location, if you observe, my get location is like a top level. Inside that one, my std location is there or not there? Yes or no? My get location contains std location type, right? So can I say my get location is like a parent to my std location or not? Yes or no? No. So my get location parent is what? My get location, it's like an individual one, right? Inside the query. Inside the query. So that here there is no parent, nothing. My get location is not mentioned any type to some other, right? So it is like a no parent, nothing. So that here in this case, my parent is like an empty. But std location, whose parent is what? Get location. My parent value is nothing but what, you know, whatever my get location returned, that is not returned as like a final output. Okay, that is returned to your std location. Why? Because std location you defined. If you not defined, this is only the final output. Whenever you defined, that value come to where? Come to my std location as like a parent. What is my value? This is the value or not? Okay, now, okay, whatever my parent, okay, if you want to do some modifications here, you can do it. Otherwise, you can send that parent or not. Otherwise, you can send that parent. Now, if you come here, that location type is what? Come on. That location type is what? String, na? Parent dot what? Location. Parent dot location. Now, if you come here, you can get the actual output only. But if you want to customize something like this, if you want to customize something like this, yes, you can customize in the name section or not. Yes or no? Understood? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So whenever you have the parent, the parent one, whatever it is going to return, it comes to here. If you want to customize, you can customize that one and you can finally return that value. These are the 4 values. Parent always gives me the parent return value. Args, okay, the value which is like passed to that action as an argument. Context, it is like the data which is shared across your resolvers. The next one is like info, which tells something metadata about your action, about your query or about your mutation, about your query or about your mutation. Understood, everyone? Okay.
Yes.
One. So for any questions? Okay then. Now, shall we consume this? Shall we consume this endpoint? Shall we consume this endpoint from your React or Angular or something like this? Okay, let's create your application like a React application. First you can create, after that we can create another one. So how you can create React application? Okay, just you can go with the create React app, npx create React app. Okay, meanwhile, can we create one more application? Command prompt ng new Angular. So anyone have any questions so far? So far, anyone have any questions? No? Okay. Take 5 minutes break and come back. Okay. Let's take some time break. Take 5 minutes break. Yeah, so let's go with your React application first. Let's go with the React application. Okay. So if you want to consume your GraphQL endpoints, there is multiple ways over there. Okay, one is like by using Anxious. Also, you can by using React query. One more library is there. The next one is like we have Apollo server you are using, right? The same Apollo. Okay, Apollo client also there. Apollo client. By using that Apollo client also, we can consume our GraphQL endpoints. We can consume our GraphQL endpoints. Understood? So let's go first in your React application. Your React application, just install two libraries. One is like Apollo client, another one is like GraphQL. So let's install it. npm install at the rate Apollo client. Another one is like GraphQL. npm install at the rate Apollo client. The next one is like GraphQL. So I already told to you the request method is always like post only. If you want to use my browser send a GraphQL request, by default request method is post only. The URL also not changed. What is the URL here? The URL is this one, right? Localhost 2020 is my URL. Okay, localhost 2020 is my URL. So somewhere you have to configure all these things. Somewhere you have to configure all these things. Let me run the application. npm start is the one. npm start. So in your React application, which component is like a root component? Let's go to the root component. Here you can do some configuration. In this configuration, just you need to add your URL and you have to provide that URL to your entire application. You have to provide that URL to your entire application. So first of all, import from Apollo client. We have Apollo server has one class, right? Apollo server. Here Apollo client is the class. Apollo client is the class. If you have a class in your hand, you can create an object for that particular class, or here you have to provide some information. What information? Where my server application is running, that URL you can mention. Localhost 2020 is the one. If you want in-memory cache, inbuilt in-memory cache, okay, so caching mechanism also there, just you can use like, okay, this class, so cache equals to new in-memory cache. So this is returns me my client object. This is returns me my client object. First of all, you have to configure these things. First of all, you have to configure these things. Understood? Up here, okay. Now, this client information you have to provide to my entire application. This client information I want to provide to my entire application. So my root component is like app component, right? That the reason just I want to prefer this section. This section. So let me put this one. Let's go to index. Okay. Yeah. Not here. You have to use index.js. You have to use index.js. Done? Now you have to provide your client to your application. This is my application, right? Okay, how we can provide? We have one component is there. Apollo provider is the component. If you know context API, same kind of syntax. Okay, now I want to provide it. How we can provide? By using which component? Apollo provider is the component. To whom you want me to provide? To my app. I want to provide. Okay, what you want me to provide? My client information or not? By using which key you want me to provide? The key name itself, client only. By using client is the key. You should not change the key. Why? Because this is like not created by you. Okay, this is the configuration you have to do it in your React application. What is that? First, you have to create an object for the Apollo client. Mention the URI. Once the client is available, just you can provide that client to your application. Provide your client to your application. Understood, everyone? So far, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I want to get that. I want to get your users. So let's go to your component where you want me to display your users. Let's go to the component. Okay. Now, if you want to consume on GraphQL endpoint, that endpoint is required, right? So the endpoint you can get it first. First, get that endpoint. Okay, so where is your endpoint? Already you tested, na? Okay, where you tested in your GraphQL, in your GraphQL playground, you can go here. Okay, remove everything. Remove everything. Which endpoint you want to test it? Just test it now. Get student is the one. Okay, now I want to add it. This is the endpoint. Okay, now if I click on the get student, it's working as expected or not. So this is my actual query or not. Understood? This is my actual query. So control C. Okay, now let's go to yours. Okay, now I want to create, okay, import. I want to create one GraphQL query, right? Import from @Apollo client. We have one GQL GraphQL, okay, GraphQL representation, you can say. So constant, just write get students. Okay, you can write this one in another file also. Just I want to write in the same file itself. Okay, this is your GraphQL query representation. So here, whatever you tested, see, this is the one you tested now. Just copy this one. Just copy it, then paste it. Just copy and paste it. Understood? See, easy. Whatever you tested, just copy, paste it. That's it. Now this is your get student query. This query you have to execute it or not. This query you have to execute it. Understood? Now whenever, okay, multiple ways. At the time of loading the component you want to execute the query na, at the time of clicking on the button you want me to execute the query na, okay, that one you decide. Okay, so at the time of loading itself, if you want to execute the query, okay, we have one hook is there which is coming from your Apollo client. That hook name is what, you know, that hook name use query is the hook. The hook name is what? Use query at the rate Apollo client. Okay, now if you come here, use query is the hook. Okay, use query is the hook if you want to load or execute your query at first time load query, not mutation. Next, not first time load, after some time if you want to use lazy query is the one. Okay, these are like hooks which is given by the Apollo client. If you want to execute the mutation, okay, use mutation is the hook. Now see, one query if you want to execute on load, use query. One query if you want to execute on, okay, not on load, after on load, okay, after first time load. After first time load, one button is there. If you click on the button, I want to execute that one, then that time use lazy query. Okay, mutation, save. Okay, save means first of all data is required. Most of the time save is not like on load. Okay, now use mutation is the hook which is used to execute your mutation queries. These are the queries given by the Apollo client only. So if you click on the button, then I want to execute that query. For example, just write a button. Okay, get students. Okay, let's write on click. Click get students. Now can I write or define get students? Yes. Okay, now by using use lazy query hook, I want to execute. By using use lazy query hook, I want to execute this query or not. So how we can write, you know, use lazy query is the hook, okay, which take your query, as a parameter. What is your query? Come on, get student is the query or not? Okay, now my use lazy query, it returns me what? My use lazy query, it returns me what? It returns me one array. It returns me one array of multiple elements. What, you know, my first element is like one function. My first element is like one function. Second one is like an object. That function, what is the function? You know, any name you can put it. Function get, okay, function get students. Okay, this is my function. Now tell me, whenever you click on the button, my query get students, this one has to execute. Okay, so directly we are not able to execute. So that first time load, if you don't want, which hook is there? Use lazy query is the hook. So that you can pass your query as a parameter. It returns me an array of multiple elements. First element is like a function, second one is like an object. So this object I don't want for now. Okay, one function it is going to give. So whenever you click on the button, you can call this function. So how we can call this function? You know, function get student query, like this you can call it. Now see, whatever my use lazy query returns the function, that function if I call, it returns me what? It returned me what? A promise or not. Okay, whenever this particular function returns a promise, how we can hold that data? Come on, if it is like a success or failure, whatever it may be, either then or catch, you can use it or not. Or yeah, wait. So far you use it like, okay, if you use like yeah, wait, you can go with then also, no problem at all. Yes, no. That is based on your requirement, you can. Okay, let's go with then. Then and failure catch. My then first parameter, it gives me what? Your success data or not. Your success data. Okay, my then second parameter, it's like failure data or not. Okay, then second, but I don't want then second. I want to go with catch. My catch gives me your, yes, your, the next one, right? Your failure data. Yes or no? Okay. Now, if you come here, if you check it, if you come here and if you check it, now inspect it. If you click on the get students, let's go to the network. If I click on the get students, okay, now it gives me some data. Can I go to the console? Okay, now see my data. My data get students. There has an array of seven elements. There are not there. Tell me. Now, if you go to the network, if you go to the network, okay, now my pre-flight request, it's a course request, it's like success. Okay, my standalone server is there, right? It is like managed. Now, if you observe the headers, see localhost 2020, my request method is what? Always it's a post. Okay, now if you go to the payload, now see, this is your query you are executing or not. You are executing this query and you can get this response or not. Yes or no? Beta, come on. Color okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I want to save that. I want to save. Okay, if you want to save, I have one more button is there. I have one more button is there. Okay, just do on click. Okay, save student. Save student. Okay, now if you come here, constant save student, this is the one. Okay, done, huh? Yes. Now save student, I want to query first. That means mutation query first. So can I go here? Okay, can I go to my root, remove everything? Okay, now I need a mutation. So can I go to the mutation? Yes. Can I click on this one? Can I add this one? And can I add my data and my parameters? All my parameters, you can add it. It's like an optional, but you can add it. So my mutation query is what? Tell me, this is the mutation query or not? Can I copy this? Shall I go to your UI? This is the get student. Can I write constant? Come on, constant save
Save
student
student.
QL. Mutation is this one. For mutation query to execute, which hook is there? What is the hook? Use mutation is there.
Mutation.
Okay, which take how many arguments? Your get or save student mutation query as an argument or not? It is also returns me what you know. It is also returns me an array of two elements. First one element is a function, second one is like an object. My save function save student GraphQL. Okay, GQ GraphQL query. Save student GraphQL. Okay, now when you want me to call this function save student GraphQL, when you want me to call it? Whenever click on the button or not? Yes. Now it is also returns me what? Can you see it? It is also returns me what? It is also returns me what?
Promise.
Promise only or not? But what is missing? Can anyone guess? Whenever you call it, you have to pass what?
Data.
Data, na, you have to pass your data or not. So my data format is this one or not? Yes or no? So I have to pass the data in which section? Variable section is there, header section is there, like this, na. So that my get student GraphQL I want to execute, I want to pass variables in which format? This is the format or not? Headers also you can pass it. So my age is like, okay, 30, my marks is like, okay, 100, and my name is like, okay, yes, 12, and my roll number is like 12, something like this. You can add it. Done, huh? Yes, no. Now this is also returns me promise na. If it is returns a promise, you can handle by using then or await. By using then or await. Done. Now can we check? Can we check? Now here, this is my button. This is my button. Now execute it. Save a student. So now get the students is like one query. Get student is like one query. Get students and my save students that has one more. Now if you observe here, my data save student acknowledge is like true and my inserted id is this one or not. So there has one more record inserted or not. There has one more document inserted or not. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the way we can consume our GraphQL endpoints by using React with which library? Apollo client is the library. Okay, na? For good.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so shall we move to the Angular?
Sir, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Sir, we are not using cards, right? But it allows.
Yes, yeah, this one is inbuilt course mechanism is there. Start server sender is there, right? Okay, there it's
Yeah.
handled.
Okay. From default Apollo
Yeah,
Node
yeah,
application.
Apollo node application. It's like default handle. That the reason. If you observe here, the pre-flight request, you can get like actual response like 200 only, right?
Yes.
Okay. If it
Okay.
is not, then the time you have to mention like a course library you have to.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next
Thank
question.
you.
Anyone? Any questions?
Sir, in Get Student API, one extra key is coming as underscore type name. So is there any use or it's just a way it works?
Yeah, one more extra property, right? That is not okay. That is like a default property just added. Okay, but that is not used anywhere. Okay, if you observe
Okay.
this one, okay, in the response, one more extra property, right? This is the one. You're talking about this one only, right? Type name
Yes, sir.
student. Yeah, this is like just representation of your student type. This is an object of student, na?
Oh, okay.
Of a student object, right? That one just mentioned. It is,
Okay.
if you observe here in the app, if you go to the tab definitions, it is an object of student, right? The type of each and every object whose type is like student only.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that is the one. Okay. Any questions, anyone? Anyone have any questions? No? Shall we move to the next one? So let's go with our Angular. So cd Angular 1 npm start. Just say yes. So in which port number it is running? Localhost 4200, no? running on localhost 4200. Sorry, 4200. So this is my basic. So let me add our libraries. Okay. So which libraries are required? Which libraries are required? Okay. One is like at the rate Apollo client, you can use it. Another one is like you can use what I can say GraphQL. The next one is like for Angular. Okay, Angular Apollo is there. Apollo Angular. Okay, Apollo Angular library also you can use it. Okay, these three libraries you can add it. So npm install at the rate Apollo client is one. Another one is like GraphQL. The next one is like Apollo Angular. Apollo Angular. Let me show you some. Okay, done. Now in the package.json, if you observe, okay, you are using like Angular 19, okay, Apollo Angular, everything is like that. So the next one is in the routes app config, okay, provider components are there. This is my app component now. Okay, in this app component only you have to do something. So I need a button. I need one button, right? Can I write here? Can I remove all these things? Okay. So button get students. Students. Can I write on click? Function get this is the one, right? Yes. Now can I copy this one? Can I use in our TS? Now function get which is the one. Okay, it is going to execute or not, check it. Localhost, if you click on this one, okay, it is working as expected. Done. Okay, so the next one, let's create one GraphQL module. Okay, that module just you can add here. Okay, you can create, okay, your GraphQL module. Okay, that module you can directly use in your component. So in that particular module, what we have to do? In that particular module, what we have to do? You have to mention your URL, right? And you have to mention your caching mechanism also or not. You have to mention your caching mechanism also. Okay, so let's create one module. So in my app, okay, ng generate module. Okay, my module is like GQ. Okay, one module you can generate. Okay, that has one module generated or not. Okay, in this particular module, okay, just you can add your URL and in-memory cache. So how we can get that URL? Constant our URL already there, no? Import. Okay, here from at the rate Apollo client. At the rate Apollo client can use like a core. Okay, this is something different from your React. So here in memory you can use it in memory cache. Okay. The next one is like what? You can write our Apollo client options also. And write your Apollo client options. These are the configurations. Otherwise, directly can get it the configuration from your Gemini news instead of writing your thing. Consume GraphQL endpoint using the 90. You can add Apollo Angular, you can use it. Okay, install Apollo client, Apollo Angular. This one is done, right? We are done. So one module you can create. Can I copy this module? One module you can create. This is my module. Class name is like that. Control Z. Can I copy this? Yes, you can use this. This is the app module, not app module, GraphQL module. This is my GraphQL module. GraphQL module class is what? This is my GraphQL module class. So can I remove these things? I can remove. Okay. This Apollo module you declared but not used anywhere. Okay, we can do it. We'll see. So what is the next one? Okay, in the app module, you have to add your GraphQL module. That's okay. Okay, how to consume it? Okay, now from here, right? Okay, you have to write your actual way. The GraphQL and the mutation is this one. And whenever you want to consume it, you can consume this get items. You add item and it returns me some data. Okay, this one is ours. So the GraphQL module you can get it. Apollo module, why it is gives me an error? Is there any reason? Module Apollo Angular has no. This is an issue only, right? Just you can ask them. Install Apollo Angular if you haven't. Apollo Angular. This command still helpful with install the package or then the graphical provider.ts file similar. Apollo Angular install na? Already. Just check it. npm install Apollo. Install Apollo Angular. create a GraphQL provider.ts file. Your GraphQL endpoint URL and HTTP link and everything integrate in the app.config.ts file. So this is suitable for us, I guess. Okay, let's go with this one. Create GraphQL module.ts file. Okay, because Angular 19 we are using, right? So let's delete this one. In this one, okay, create GraphQL module.ts. Now here we can add your stuff. Here our endpoint is what our GraphQL endpoint. I think this is the one, GraphQL endpoint. This is the one. Okay, remaining okay, link created, cache, and everything is okay. This is your provider. You exported GraphQL provider. That GraphQL provider you have to in the app.config.ts you have to mention. So this is my there is my GraphQL provider. This is my GraphQL provider, right? Copy this. Let's go to app.config.ts. You can get the GraphQL provider. Now, once you get that provider you can add it. Okay, provider routes. Okay. This is my provider added. Okay. Now, once you added the provider, okay, ng module based application folder style not required. Once it is done, you can consume it, right? This is like Walter style. This is not required. Okay. Let's create your GraphQL endpoint. Where's that? This is the one. Yes, yes. Okay, can I copy this one? Get the students. Go to app component.ts. Okay, let's create your endpoint here. Now GQL which is coming from where? The GQL which is coming from, in this case they taken from Apollo and it's okay, fine. Apollo and okay. Now this is get students. Okay, my get student query is what? Whatever the query we used here, the same query we can add it in the root. We can remove it. The root. Just remove this one. Remove it, and you can add the query. Get students. You can add. Now copy this one and place here. Okay, na? Okay, done. The next one is what? Let's go here. Get items. Where is that get items? Check it. Get items. Okay, you can create an object for your Apollo. Create an object for your Apollo through dependency injection. Okay. Now the next one. Get items you can this dot Apollo dot watch query. Okay. Now here this dot Apollo dot watch query. Okay, is there execute query is there? Watch query. Which query you have to watch? The students is the query. Okay. Is there any other stuff? Watch query is take like an object as an argument. Take like an object as an argument. Query is watch query. Okay. Let's get students query. get students query. The watch query returns me what? Okay. The value changes. It returns me something through pipe. You can get the data. First of all, it returns me what? The watch query. Can you check the last one? It returns me a query form. Okay, if it is like observable, if it is returns, we can use like a subscribe, right? Okay, let's do one thing. Instead, some response console.log off one comma response. Done. Let's check it. Go to Angular. Okay, let's refresh. It gives an error. Just fix that error. Go to the console. What is that? No provider for HTTP client. Okay, that means HTTP client provider. Go to your app config.ts HTTP client provider HTTP client. Just you can add provider HTTP client function, I guess. Okay. Now can I refresh? Now get students are there. Now if I click on the get students, yes. Okay, that means it's not saved. Yeah, component.ts. What is that? Component.ts. Sending the request. Did we miss anything? Provider root injectable. Everything is like okay. No? Okay, let's go and check. The map is coming from your RxJS and observable. Observable is not there. What confusion I use? Now can I go to okay? Result data is like unknown. Where is my result data? Now refresh. Go to the console. If I click on the get students, is there any data regarding? I can ask them only. So what changes are required? Get students GQL component.ts. Okay. No, get students. Okay. Value change. This dot follow dot watch query only. Yeah, once you have the students, you have to subscribe it, right? This one is like missed. Now it returns me an observable, then we can get like a subscribe or not. Okay, let me copy this so that it is easy for us. So let's component. Now can you check it? Angular function get student does not in the app component. That's okay. What do you mean with students? Now onload is not required for us. Which students is the one? Okay, you have to mention where. In this one. Is there any other? This one it is not required. Just you can delete it. Now can I go to this get student my payload? Okay, if you observe here, localhost 2020 is the one. My request is like post only. If you go to the preview, now go to the data, get students, and get all the students list or not. Sorry. Hmm? This is the way you can consume what your GraphQL endpoint by using Angular. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So using Angular and using React and mutation, just you have to do some changes like what mutation query, and you have to mention like what the variables you have to mention, the data you have to pass it, right? The data you have to mention. Okay, na? Shall you try? You can try from your end. Okay. Directly can get it from Gemini, but concept you should know. Gemini or ChatGPT, wherever. Okay, na? So any questions, anyone?
Sir, one simple question.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, normally we are using localhost 2020, right? So we are
Yes.
not deployed in server. That's why you're using that address. If
Yes.
you deploy in address directly, that URL we
Yeah,
can
that
place,
particular
right?
URL you have to mention, right?
Okay.
Right. Why? Because my application so far running in my local host. That's the reason
Local.
just I mentioned that one. Once you deploy your node application somewhere in the server, that server address you have to mention.
Okay, sir.
Okay, there is no extensions, nothing, just server address. That's it. Okay, no path, nothing is required. Okay, actually in the rest, okay, your domain name slash get student slash something like that, right? Here nothing is required. Only the URL, the domain name you can mention. That's enough. Okay, na? Okay, I'm going to share all these things with you, the video and everything. Just you can go through that. Okay, if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, thanks, Subham. So next weekend is very important. Okay, the next weekend is what you know. It's cool. Now see. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Building a distributed GraphQL API with Apollo Federation. Okay, see here. Okay, I'm going to give the quick introduction for next week. For example, I have one client application is there. It's a architecture. Okay, I have one client application. This client application want to talk with multiple services. So for localhost 2020 is only one. Okay, now it's not like that. Okay, you are the end user. You want to get the data from this application, and you want to get the data from this application. I want to get the data from this application. Like this, multiple applications are there, different technologies, different. Sometimes GraphQL, sometimes REST also. Now tell me, if this client want to communicate if this client wants to communicate. Now tell me how many URLs. This one is running localhost 2020. This one is running localhost 2021. This one is running localhost 2023. How many URLs you have to mention? Tell me. Meantime, in this application, in the client application. Come on. This is app one. This is one application. App one. This is app two. One more application like running localhost 2021, 2022, 2023. Now if my client wanted to communicate this guy with this guy, localhost 2021 you have to mention, with this guy 2022, with this guy 2023, like this 10 applications or then you want me to maintain different urls, different configurations is the recommended way? No, na. So can we do one thing in between? Can we get one interface here? My client just talk with this guy and this guy is going to distribute your request to different applications. That is by using Apollo Federation we can, okay, achieve this particular requirement. Okay, it's a kind of configuration. I'm going to create like multiple applications, okay, one client with one single url. Okay, you can get the data from the multiple applications which are running in different servers. Understood? Got my point? Okay, subgraphs, so supergraphs come into the picture. Okay, this concept, okay, these concepts we'll see. One day is enough. Okay, on Saturday we can take it. Okay, next Saturday we'll discuss about that one. Okay, na? Okay, just don't miss this one. Why? Because you learn GraphQL, okay, you should learn this concept also. Okay, why? Because your client application is not talk like only one service, right? Nowadays multiple microservices come into the picture, right? Each and every, okay, one small piece, one application, one server it is going to run. Yes, no? Okay, so that we'll see remaining things in the next Saturday.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, then thank you guys, thanks for joining. Okay, we'll update that video within 2 to 3 hours. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.